Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Pokemon, the podcast where we talk everything and anything Pokemon. And I'm free. I am glad to say, I'm happy, ecstatic, overjoyed to say that I am officially on summer vacation. I am free from my school duties. I have a lovely 2 months to just be able to enjoy as much of life as I can. Although I do have some actual schoolwork to do. I don't know if I've ever mentioned on my podcast that I do take classes. I am actually going for a doctorate degree. So I have plenty of things to do, but it's just nice knowing that I can do them at a leisurely pace and not stress out about having to figure out what to do the next day or how to differentiate students and all this other stuff that teachers understand what we go through. I'm not going to obviously bring it up here, but it's a big sigh of relief knowing that, that I can kind of relax finally for a bit. So hopefully after this episode, things will kind of start straightening out as far as what I want to do with my social media and stuff and streaming and things like that. I thought I was going to have it handled down by the last episode, but it was just a long 2 weeks of getting through classes and whatnot. So thank you guys for being just patient and just kind of sticking with me. And, I was looking back at some of my older episodes and looking how many plays that each episode was getting. And I don't know, I don't know what's the right word to use here, but it makes me, in general, happy to see that, my number of plays or downloads, whatever you want to call them, are increasing, and it's just nice. No, it's nowhere, I don't think, and obviously where most Pokemon content creators are, where most podcasts are, in the thousands maybe, I don't know. I just like the numbers that I see because it's way more than I have ever expected. So I appreciate every single one of you out there listening and just giving me a chance here. And I just really, really appreciate it as I kind of get my footing into this whole shindig of podcasting. I just like to talk in general, surprisingly, right? Because if you meet me face to face, I'm a shy person. I don't like to generally talk at all. It takes a while for me to get into a conversation. I have to find something in common with somebody, but they have to be the first ones to bring it up, basically. And then I'll hopefully cast a comment and then maybe that'll spark a conversation of some kind. But yeah, it's really weird, I know, but I'm having fun with this. I'm glad I'm doing this, and I'll stick around as long as I possibly can for it. So even if I'm gone for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, I don't think I'll let it get that far. But I'll still be around to be able to do something here on social media. So as far as this episode goes, I am going to talk a little bit more in depth about my Pokemon Snap impressions. I'm not going to go into a full breakdown of a review or stuff like that because, one, I don't feel like I am what's the right word here? I am capable. Well, I'm sure I'm capable, but I'm not as organized or have a professional setting to be able to give a proper review. So I've already mentioned that my thoughts are pretty much the same or similar to a lot of what's already out there. But there's just a few things that I do want to go into a little bit more detail and kind of emphasize with my thoughts on Pokemon Snap. And then the other big thing in this episode would be Pokemon Go. It's that time again. It's another month, and Pokemon Go has not only released their June blog, what they're all the stuff for June raids, spotlight hours, and things like that, but they've also given out all the details, well, nearly all the details for Pokemon Go Fest, which is very exciting stuff. And so Pokemon Go will be the last thing we talk about, while the other stuff we'll kind of mention here now, and then do a Pokemon Snap discussion, and then, like I said, finalize it with Pokemon Go. And surprisingly enough, I don't know if it's just because I'm kind of not cutting corners here, but there's really not, in general, a whole lot to announce on the video game update stuff other than Pokemon Go. So, for instance, let's talk about Pokemon Center first, right? Usually I save that for last because there's usually a ton of merch that drops. But in the last 2 weeks, nothing really has dropped. There are a couple surprising things. Well, one surprising thing, but the first thing that got dropped a couple weeks ago were the next set of evolution pins, right? So we're on Gen 5 now. I believe that is what Oshawott, Tapig, and Snivy. You get their evolution pins that are up for grabs. They also released the Inteleon VMAX League Battle Deck, which surprisingly is still in stock. So that's right. It's a Pokemon card product that is still in stock on the Pokemon Center website. What's probably even more surprising than that is that Battle Styles, that expansion, the cards, the Elite Trainer boxes, and the Urshifu V-Box collection boxes, they are also in stock. So if you've got an itch to get, one of those Battle Styles boxes, go to the Pokemon Center website and purchase one because it's there. I'm checking right now. I'm looking at it. It is still in stock, which is crazy. And I actually just got back from a Walmart, had Battle Styles booster packs. So it looks to be that the situation is getting a little bit better. It almost seems like that big issue with Target, right? The guy that pulled out a firearm, kind of, hopefully, what I'm thinking is like brought a light to people's eyes and be like, oh, yeah, this is getting way out of hand now. We gotta really cut it back, and hopefully people are just like changing attitudes and kind of changing the ways. Maybe if they were scalping before, they just got into scalping because it was easy, but now they're maybe cutting back on it. That's good. Although I will say it kind of sucks for the Japanese products because apparently the EV Heroes box, the VMAX box, is like getting out of hand with orders being canceled by companies, but then also putting new orders in stock, but for double or triple the price of what they originally sold the product for, which is stupid. So it's like, they sold something for $50, like, oh, well, I can get 3 times as much, so let me cancel this one, and then let me put it up again, but for 3 times as much, and let me just say that it's a new, what's the word for it, new wave of merch that I got coming through. Like, it's really sketchy, and it sucks that people are taking advantage of that, but I don't know. Regardless, Pokemon Center, that's it. That's surprising that 2 weeks, hardly any product, which I don't know if that is like, it's like the calm before the storm where we're going to get like a huge merch drop here soon because we still got some more summer stuff coming up that should be coming out. Well, it should already been out by now, so that way people are ready to use it for the summer, but it's not. So hopefully this week we got something going on. Other than that, let's go ahead and talk about, let's do the Pokemon TCG stuff. We got a couple of exciting products, and, let's start with the accessories. Ultra Pro is releasing 2 new products this October. First, the binder, the 25th anniversary binder, is going to release on October 25th, and it'll retail for $24.99. It's just your typical standard binder. It's got the Pokemon 25th anniversary theme to it. So on the front, it's got the Pikachu tail all in white, and then it's got the wallpaper of all the starters as a background for the front and for the back. And it's just your standard Ultra Pro binder. I'm gonna probably grab one. I'm hoping it's available on the Pokemon Center website, although it shouldn't be too difficult to nab one at your local card shop, as long as they stock those things. 'Cause I've been to a couple card shops that don't usually stock sleeves and binders and stuff, which is so bizarre, but that's their call on that. And the other TCG accessory product that is coming out is the wooden deck box. It's a 25th anniversary wooden deck box releasing on October 8th and will cost around an estimated $29.99. It will feature a wooden finish. It's exactly as you probably are imagining it. It's just a deck box made of wood. Although it's kind of like the longer deck box, not like your standard. This one's longer than it is tall, I guess I should say. And it looks nice. I kind of want to see more of it and see if it's anything else 25th anniversary other than like an etched symbol of the Pikachu silhouette on the top of it. But yeah, I think it's kind of cool that they're releasing more Pokemon product. We did get already TCG sleeves and deck boxes and playmats. I don't understand why they couldn't just put these in that same drop. I don't know. Just my 2 cents on that. All right, now as far as card products, I think we'll bring up this one. The second Trainer's Toolkit has been revealed, and it's the same thing as the first one. It literally is the same thing as the first one in the sense that it comes with useful trainer cards. It comes with 2 copies of a particular promo card. It has 100 energy cards, including special energy, 4 booster packs, 65 card sleeves, a deck builder's guide, a rule book, tournament legal dice, condition markers, and a code card. And this time around, the promo card is Crobat. It's a Crobat V, 2 copies of it. Alternate art, which everyone seems to praise the alternate art a little bit more, although no one's putting it on the same level as the Dedenne full art alt that we got in the first Trainer's Kit. However, Crobat V is a very highly used card in the TCG, competitive TCG right now. And yeah, it's worth getting if you are actually going to go into competitive TCG, seeing that maybe tournaments going to come back, face-to-face tournaments, and you want to, start playing in these face-to-face tournaments, then you might want to pick up this because the trainer cards is definitely what it's worth. I think you get like 4 copies of very useful trainer cards. I would imagine Professor's Research will be in here, Level Ball will be in here, maybe Marnie. I'm pretty these are worth getting for sure. So pick up your Trainer's Toolkit. It's definitely if you are going to go into that competitive TCG scene. And then the other card product, a Marnie Premium Tournament Collection, has been revealed. It will retail for $39.99, and it will come with 4 foil promo cards, 7 booster packs, a Marnie deck box, a Marnie coin, a set of 65 Marnie card sleeves, 2 condition markers, and 6 damage counter dice. The product looks like a little chocolate box. No, that's not probably the right description. Like chocolate truffles. For some reason, I'm thinking chocolate truffles, like little bagged chocolates put into like a little bag, Ghirardelli, kind of like Ghirardelli packaging, right? It's a little bag, and on the front you'll see a window that shows a promo card of Marnie. Now, according to PokeBeach, we know that the alt that we're getting is a alt holo card, but it is most likely seen that one of the other promo cards is going to be the full art Marnie that was supposed to be, or at least what people had thought were gonna be in Shining Fates, where she's in her Champions outfit, and I think it's her Champions or tournament outfit, and that one was very highly sought after. People were wondering why it wasn't in there. Now we know. It looks like it's gonna be in this Marnie Premium Collection. It's a really cool product. For $40, I mean, you get 7 booster packs, and if you're retailing that, $4 a piece, that's $28 plus your 4 promos. Even if you put them at $2 a piece, which I'm definitely thinking it's going to be more than that, you're definitely getting your money's worth with all the sleeves and whatnot. Definitely worth picking up. This will probably be definitely one to pre-order as soon as you can. Otherwise, it'll most likely sell out. And yeah, Marnie is definitely a high fan favorite trainer. And I think the other 2 in Japan, there's is it Bead and Hop? I think have like their own alternate like art holo promos in these like deck boxes. I'm wondering if we're gonna get the same style and setup. These premium tournament collection boxes with those 2 trainers as well, which I think will be really cool. And that's it for the TCG side of things. The next thing that I will mention is, this one will go by in a few seconds. Pokemon Cafe Mix. Yeah, it's another repeat event featuring Chansey from June 2nd through June 16th. If you want a Chansey in Pokemon Cafe Mix, there you go. You got another chance for it. I don't know what else to really mention about this game other than I hope that the overhaul that they're supposed to release this fall is going to be well worth the wait. Let's go into then. Well, there's Pokemon Masters, which, yeah, I'll bring up Pokemon Masters next. So there is a new event that's going to start probably by the time that you hear this episode. It's called the Masters of Land and Sea. Now this follows the weather events that we just completed in Pokemon Masters. And you are going to get a chance, 2 separate chances, to scout for Maxie and Groudon and Archie and Kyogre. Now, I think Maxie and Groudon is first, and then you'll get a chance to get Archie and Kyogre. I'm hoping on that same day, but it might be the day after. And it's going to have its own story to go along with. You're going to get those sync pair, scouts to waste your gems on. And also, I believe what should be starting is the battle point tier system. Right now, the battle points have been added in which you can kind of see how many points it takes for what item. And we also see the trainers that are going to be able to be selected, which I think as of right now, the choices are Surge and Raichu, Erica and Tangela, Morty and Mismagius, Karen and Umbreon, Zinnia and Salamence, your main character in Regirock, and your main character in Cobalion. Interesting set of characters. I'm hoping that they are very useful. But I'm hoping that getting these battle points isn't going to be difficult. Because these sync pairs seem exciting to get, but I also don't want to have to spend a whole lot of time trying to get these battle points. Like, I obviously don't want it to be also too easy. I do want it to be some sort of a challenge, but nothing that's super ridiculously difficult. And what else is going on? Oh, and also in the wake of the the weather events, you were supposed to battle Kyogre and Groudon. Kyogre was battled the most, so we are going to get that Team Aqua pin. And I believe on the same time that this event is going to happen, we're going to get 6,000 gems, 2,000 co-op sync orbs, 50 4-star level up manuals, 100 skill spheres, 1 5-star strike, tech, and support move candy, and a 5-star power up. So we are getting plenty of things in preparation for these new legendary sync pairs. Oh, and that's the other thing I didn't mention actually. So the Groudon and Kyogre, those sync pairs, are actually the Masters sync pairs, much in the same line as Leon, where there's probably going to be a 1% chance to try to get them, but they do have not only very powerful techs, they have a special bonus, ability that increases everybody's your allied fields of play, their attack stats and special attack and whatnot. I believe this for both of these guys, it's going to be Hoenn trainers that it enhances. So very cool, very exciting. By the next episode, I'll be able to give my thoughts on them, and hopefully I wouldn't have spent too much on gems to try to get these, because I definitely want to nab them as soon as possible. All right, let's get to talking about a very weird announcement that just happened recently. It's a good announcement, but it's weird in the sense that it's not in the traditional method that Pokemon usually does announcements. So, of course, as you've probably already heard, seen, watched multiple people talk about this already, the release dates for the next Pokemon games, the Diamond and Pearl remakes, as well as Pokemon Legends Arceus, have been revealed. They've set them out there, and now you can start budgeting your money and start planning on when you want to play these games, because Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl will be released on November 19th, and Pokemon Legends Arceus will be released on January 28th. A couple of things really quick before we get into the weird part of this. They revealed the box art, which is a little disappointing, to be honest. I don't know if the whole box legendary art is enough anymore. Did anyone ever stop to think that maybe we should get a little bit more? Now, this is not me complaining necessarily about the box art of any Pokemon game. I get they always feature the legendary Pokemon that you get, and with the two different versions. There's, you get one or the other. But I don't know. Like, I think of all box art, the ones that stick out the most would be probably Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Actually, and Sun and Moon as well. Like, something about their, at least, background design to the legendary Pokemon just kind of give it a little bit more, I don't know, just gives it more satisfaction to look at, as opposed to just, like, for example, Sword and Shield, where it's just like a white background, and then you just get the legendary Pokemon there. This one is very similar with Diamond and Pearl in the sense that it's like a black background, and then you just get Arceus and Palkia kind of doing like a yell, a cry or something, and then you got like a little bit of an aura around them, like a blue or pink aura, and then that's it. Which I don't know. It's okay. Like, it's expected. I didn't think there would be probably much more to it than that. But if you compare it to Pokemon Legends Arceus box art, sure, not the same type of game, but you at least have like the trainers overlooking Mount Coronet, and you got other Pokemon that are joining them, and it looks more beautiful to look at as opposed to just a standard pose of a legendary Pokemon. So, take it with what you want. I'm just saying that I just kind of wish Game Freak would put a little bit more emphasis, or not emphasis, but more, creativity to their box arts and start kind of upping their game in that department. But otherwise, yeah, November 19th, I believe, for teachers everywhere. That's probably the start of Thanksgiving break. I can't remember, but it's always good timing, usually with November games. And, the other thing, too, to mention is that there is a double pack that you can also pre-order as well. Now, I have not seen any sort of pre-order bonuses at all. I know they're up on Amazon, Best Buy, maybe Target, but I haven't seen any listing at all for like even just like 100 extra Pokeballs. Usually, like with GameStop, they usually have that. I don't see any pre-order bonuses. So I'm curious if this will have any pre-order bonuses, because that will determine obviously where I want to get my copies. And the other thing also to mention with Pokemon Legends Arceus, again, that's also up for pre-order on those same sites, Amazon, Best Buy, GameStop. Now, the weird part to this whole thing, there's like two weird parts to this. The first one is that these games are a couple of months apart. From November to January, what we're talking 2 months, that's awfully close, and I don't think we've ever had Pokemon games that, like, close together. If anything, we've had games come out, I think, in April, and then another game would come out in November, and that's at least, May, June, July, August, September. It's at least 5 months apart, 6 months apart, which, that gives you way more than enough time to beat the first game that came out. This one, 2 months. There's a lot that you can theorize here. You can speculate that, there's just not going to be a lot of post content for Diamond and Pearl, and so they want to give you Arceus right away. You could also speculate that maybe the two are linked together in some capacity, and so if you get Arceus, you get a special Pokemon, or you change something in the Diamond and Pearl games. You could also speculate, which, I don't know, this is my train of thought. Seeing that this wasn't a usual year for Pokemon in any sort of like product release, my guess is they don't want to necessarily have fans wait any longer for a game, especially if they've been kind of on track. Maybe they've kind of, really had set their schedule and made sure that everything was going to come out just the way they were. So what I'm getting at is, maybe Diamond and Pearl we were supposed to get earlier in the year, and we were going to get Arceus, in November maybe, but everything got pushed back because of COVID. I don't know. That's kind of my take, although maybe the two games are compatible or connect in some sort of way is probably the more likely outcome. It's just like it's just very strange to have it so close. The other thing that's weird about this is the way that it was presented. It was a tweet that just said, hey, this game's coming out on this day. Go ahead and pre-order. That is it. No teaser trailer, no direct that was announced that's gonna show off more of these games. There's there's nothing. It was just literally a tweet, a couple of tweets, one for Arceus, one for the remakes, and that is it. Now, you could argue that, because E3 is right around the corner, they're going to save it for E3, but it's even with E3 around the corner, they still usually have some sort of trailer up or a video up presenting the games, even if it's like a whole bunch of images and video clips that we've already seen before the first time they announced the games, like anything at all. But not this time around. They're just like, hey, we get it. You want these games, so here are your release dates. Pre-order them now, and then have fun waiting for them as when they come out, because it'll be a few months. I don't know. It takes me aback. I'm like, oh, all right, no special celebration. Not like it's the 25th anniversary or anything, which we're still lacking quite a bit in that department. That's a whole nother episode talk or whatever. But I don't know. I'm pretty like, I want to have trust in Pokemon Company and the way that they do things. It's so bizarre that everything this year, and it's part of last year, has been not following the pattern, so to speak. And it's really throwing off a lot of people. Whether people hate it or like it, I don't know. The community seems really mixed about a lot of this stuff, but I'm sure the Pokemon community just wants a little bit more consistency and feel like it's more of a celebration that it's the 25th anniversary and not so much of like, it's just another year with Pokemon games. All right, now let's move on to new Pokemon Snap. I'm going to just finally give some of my more in-depth thoughts about new Pokemon Snap. Overall, again, I will repeat this 1,000 times. I love and I adore the game. So I'll start with the pros here. The biggest pro, if not the only pro per se, but what really sells this game are the Pokemon interactions that you see in each map, in each level, in their own unique environments, and how they just you would never think that Archeops and Charmeleon would ever interact with one another, or Tyrantrum would just come out storming out of a volcano and just chase after the Archeops, or you would have like Shinx just chilling out next to the Altaria, or have Lileeps like just crawling on the ocean floor, hanging out with the what's the fish called, not Finneon. I think it's the evolved form, Luminion? I might just be making that one up. Something like that. But there are just so many well thought out interactions that just make this game so beautiful and such a work of art. Like, the amount of detail and depth that has been put to each level is really like way beyond, I think, anyone's expectations. To be able just to, create new interactions from either feeding them or throwing a luminous ball. I think it's a luminous ball. Yeah, I'm just going to call it luminous ball for now. But playing the music, like there's different things you can do with each Pokemon, and they react a different way depending on how you go about the level. And it's just, I am, every time I go through a level, I am just shocked and astounded by what I see. And I'm always seeing something new. It's like, you would think after the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th time of doing a map, you would have already seen everything. But nope, for me, at least personally, I always find at least one new interaction every time I replay a level. So it is very, very good in that capacity. The models of the Pokemon look amazing. The designs, the detail to certain aspects and features of Pokemon, and it's just everything together with how you're progressing through the level and taking the pictures and using all these things. It definitely hits that Pokemon Snap nostalgia from the N64 days, and it's like you're literally replaying the game, but there's something so much more special and unique about this experience that makes it feel like a new game. And because there are so many interactions and you can't get through all of them all in one go, like, it's so much replayability. especially all the other stuff that you can do where you have to get like the 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star pictures, and not only just get those different interactions, but they also have point values to them. It gives you different colored stars, which can go from like bronze to silver to gold to like shiny silver. What else is there? There's challenges that you can complete, which lead you to a specific 4-star interactions. There's just so much to do and so much going on that you can literally give yourself a new objective every time you play the game. And I think that's definitely brings you a whole lot of value to your $60 if anyone was ever concerned about it. Now, all the positive stuff, I'm sure every, media outlet out there has already talked about it, whether it's video game journalists or YouTubers or whatever. I think we can all agree on that same aspect. It's the interactions and the Pokemon models. But now, there are some cons to point out. The first one that I'll mention is that the controls just seem a little not, what's the word I'm looking for? Not necessarily weird. It's just not comfortable. I don't know why it works on an N64 controller, but on a Switch Pro controller, or even a Joy-Con for that matter, it's just still something just feels a little awkward. And I always tend to think like, oh, I'm going to throw a luminous ball when I accidentally just throw an apple or a fluff fruit, whatever they call it. And it just it's a little frustrating that way. So I think it's the control layout is what I'm referring to. I just think it could have probably used a little bit more work. I don't even think I used the left bumper at all. And I don't even know if it does anything yet because I never even bothered to try. But it takes a little while to get used to it. But even then, there are some times where you're kind of in a rush to get a photo, or you're so like speechless after finding an interaction that you're excited to take it and you want to do, you want to illuminate the Pokemon, but then you actually throw a fluff fruit. And so like I said, it's just like little instances where it does get a little aggravating. Another frustrating issue is that you can take plenty of pictures of certain Pokemon and you can come across like all their different interactions. But at the end, when you have to get the photo evaluated by the professor, even though you have maybe 3 of each different type of interaction, you can only still pick just one single interaction to be judged. And that will go into your like photo decks, which is kind of frustrating because if you have a good 4-star, but you need a 2-star to finish like that Pokemon's photo decks, their file, so to speak. Well, you can't. You got to choose one or the other. Do you want to complete it, or do you want to get, send out your really good 4-star photo? And it's a little bit disappointing that you can't just select at least one of each star. I mean, sure, maybe that just kind of forces you to keep replaying again and again and again. But it's just, I would have liked that little extra feature, just being able to select multiple photos for this. The other thing that it's going to sound contradicting to itself when I explain this whole thing is that the overall movement of your character is very, very slow. Like, even if I'm pushing both joysticks all the way into one particular direction, it still feels slow, and going through the course feels a little bit slow in some areas. Because now what I'll also say is that I kind of wish there was a way to just kind of stop your vehicle for even just a moment to be able to line up a photo. So even though the controls are slow, I would still like for there to be an option where maybe if you can pause your vehicle for like 10 seconds, 30 seconds tops, just so that way you can get enough chance to line up a photo exactly how you want it, and then snapshot that photo and then continue to move on. Now, I don't know if that was ever like in the talks when this game was being developed, because that was the N64 version, right? You just go through the track, it goes at its own speed, and then that's it. Here, I mean, you'd be lucky if you can get a Pokemon in your path to be able to block you, because it just seems like there's just not enough time to take the photos because of moving your frame and your reticle. It just takes so much longer than it has to, and then you just end up losing a shot. But then when you finally invest the time to line it up, you may have lost a chance to get another shot of another Pokemon elsewhere that you didn't really know about. So it's just all kind of aggravating when you just wish that you could just take your time going through this, but have the controls go a little bit faster so everything just kind of runs smoother and more efficiently. I don't know. I haven't seen anyone really talk about it that much. Maybe I'm the only one in this boat, but I don't know. If they ever do a new Pokemon Snap 3, I hope that they find a reason or some time to develop just the ability to just pause your vehicle and just have a little bit of moment of time to line up that shot that you want. Now, of course, I could be like completely out of the loop here. Maybe there is a way to do it, but as far as I know, I have not found that button. Maybe I haven't unlocked it yet. I don't think it exists in the game, but you guys can tell me otherwise. But that's just my 2 cents on that. Overall, though, new Pokemon Snap is a great Pokemon game. It is worth getting for the $60. I don't think that any Pokemon fan would find really anything hard to complain about this, other than, maybe it doesn't have your Pokemon, because there's only like 214 Pokemon, I think. So, that's a huge chunk cut out there, but it's just, you'll be so blown away by some of the interactions that you get to see in the game itself. All right, before we go into the Pokemon Go talk, I did forget to mention about Pokemon Home, that there is a new update coming to the Pokemon Home mobile app. This update will drop next month and will contain a special calendar which keeps track of the days your Pokemon were caught, as well as a model viewer. In addition to this, there will be a gift of a Gigantamax Factor Bulbasaur and a Gigantamax Factor Squirtle given to all players. So I think the calendar thing is a pretty cool idea, being able to track, when you caught what Pokemon and where. I think that's something that a lot of people would appreciate. If I have like 16,000 Charmanders, which Charmander did I catch in Pokemon Go and what day, and versus, the one that was given to me as a gift through mystery gift or whatever. I think it's very important to for mini collectors to just determine when those certain Pokemon were caught and where they got them. The model viewer should be interesting because they did kind of tease in another statement somewhere that you could look at Pokemon from different angles and that you could find something new about the Pokemon. I don't know if that's really a new clue hinting to something new that people could find, because the only thing that came to my mind immediately was the Poltegeist and how there's like an authentic Poltegeist and a mass-produced Poltegeist. And so if you were to check underneath the teapot, I believe it's underneath the teapot, then you would know that you have the authentic one. Other than that, I don't know why else you would use the model viewer. Maybe to look at some of the details of some Pokemon, which might be cool for some. But yeah, overall, I think those are some nice updates to Home. I'm excited for my Squirtle that I'm going to get. Yeah, it seems like you're going to get both Bulbasaur and Squirtle, which kind of makes sense seeing that you do get a Gigantamax Factor Charmander from Leon after you beat Sword and Shield. So, yeah, pretty cool. And now, before we move on any further, here's the last bit of it. It's the Pokemon Go stuff. There is a lot to kind of mention. They outlined their entire month of June, their new season, their community day that's coming up, and Pokemon Go Fest. So take a quick break here if you need to. Press that pause button because we are just going to go right into it. It's quite a doozy. So let's start with the June events, and then we'll leave Pokemon Go for last. First thing that we'll mention is that, of course, Community Day is going to happen, with Gibble being the featured star of Community Day. And it will happen on Sunday, June 6th from 11 to 5. You're going to be able to get a shiny Gibble, possibly in the wild. And then the Community Day move is going to be Earth Power, and I'm trying to think what else is really new here. The Community Day research story is up and available for $1. The bonuses that you get with this is the 3 times catch XP, which is pretty good, and you get the incense that lasts for 3 hours. So really, you just need 2 incense for the entire event. But the 3 times catch XP should be really good. Pop a lucky egg and just rack up on those those XP for your whether you're reaching level 40 or trying to get to level 50. It's definitely going to be well worth it. And the Gibbles are fairly easy to catch in the sense that if you're trying to go for excellent, you probably have a better chance at this Pokemon than most other ones, just because of the size of the ring and whatnot. But that is your community day for June. As far as other events, here we go. Starting from the top here. Save Shadow Zapdos from Giovanni. Giovanni will have Shadow Zapdos in his grass from Tuesday, June 1st until Thursday, June 17th. If you haven't already completed the latest Team Go Rocket special research, Higher They Fly, to earn a Super Rocket Radar, and then this will help you track down a Team Go Rocket boss and save Shadow Zapdos. I believe this is if you haven't gotten to Shadow Zapdos, because there was like 2 weeks where there was some sort of error going on, and so they brought back the 2 weeks over here. And if you haven't used it, then you can go ahead and do so to get that Shadow Zapdos. Now, they also teased that Giovanni is going to have a different Shadow Pokemon starting on Thursday, June 17th, right when this one ends. So, I don't know if that's like a entirely brand new Pokemon or if it's just going to be Mewtwo, right? Because as far as Shadow Pokemon for Giovanni goes, it's either been the 3 Legendary Birds and Mewtwo. I don't see who else they would give Giovanni. I don't know what other Pokemon other than Persian, but I don't think a Shadow Persian is worth like all the hype that they're trying to do. I'm almost guaranteed to say it's going to be Mewtwo, but of course we will wait and see what they talk about with that. Now, as far as the research breakthrough encounters, it is Clamperl, but a new surprising addition to the research breakthroughs is that for the month of June, you will also receive a free remote raid pass and twice the XP when you achieve a research breakthrough. Pretty sweet, I think. Double XP for research breakthroughs will continue through the upcoming season, and look forward to more details, blah, blah, in their announcement. Not going to lie, did not really pay attention to how much XP you get, so this might be a big deal considering that they're going out of their way to really not televised, but like broadcast this out to a lot of people saying, hey, you get double XP for research breakthroughs, so go do them. It seems like it's definitely going to be worth it. All right, featured Pokemon and raids. The following legendary Pokemon will be appearing in 5-star raids throughout June. Regirock, Regice, Registeel will be appearing in 5-star raids from Tuesday, June 1st to Thursday, June 17th. Then from Thursday, June 17th to Wednesday, June 30th, a surprise legendary Pokemon will be appearing in raids. I am almost certain to say that it's probably going to be Regigigas. We haven't seen or heard anything about Regigigas since the paid event, over a year ago maybe? And the fact that we're seeing all 3 Regis, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Regigigas. Or they could really surprise us and introduce one of the new Regis from Sword and Shield. Regieleki and Regidrago or something like that. It says a legendary Pokemon though. So that's only one, which would be a shame if we only got one of the 2 new ones. But I don't know. I think those are my 2 options. Option A, Regigigas. Option B, one of the new Regis from Sword and Shield game. In addition, the following Mega Evolved Pokemon will be appearing in Mega Raids. Mega Lopunny from June 1st to June 8th. Mega Slowbro from June 8th to June 17th. Mega Slowbro is brand new. Mega Gyarados from June 17th through July 2nd. And then from June 1st going onward, only one Pokemon will be appearing in Mega Raids at a time, which is why they have the lineup the way that they just said right here. Also, Raid Hour event will occur from 6 to 7 every Wednesday, just as it has been. June 2nd will be all of Regirock. June 9th will be Registeel. June 16th, Regice. June 23rd to be announced, and then June 30th to be announced. Again, it could be those surprising new Pokemon raids that they mentioned just a couple paragraphs ago. Now that there's 2 though, now it's kind of making me go more for the Regieleki Regidrago. Man, okay. That gets me a little excited though, because that's kind of cool that they would add those 2 Pokemon. Spotlight Hours. Tuesday, June 1st, you got Dwobble, and you get twice the XP for catching Pokemon. Tuesday, June 8th, Abra, and you'll earn twice the candy for catching Pokemon. Tuesday, June 15th, Slowpoke, and you'll earn twice the candy for transferring Pokemon. Tuesday, June 22nd, Swinub, and you'll earn twice the XP for evolving Pokemon, I should mention. And then on Tuesday, June 29th, you got Apom, which will earn twice the Stardust for catching Pokemon. We already talked about the Community Day, and then they did mention a few more events that are going to happen, but just no exact details yet. They will start to announce these details, obviously, as soon as it gets closer to those specific events. So a very slow discovery will start on June 8th and end on June 13th. Galarian Slowpoke, Galarian Slowbro, and Mega Slowbro will make their Pokemon Go debuts. This event will be themed around lazy and active Pokemon and will include a collection challenge featuring Slowpoke and others. The Solstice event from June 17th through June 20th. Trainers in the Northern Hemisphere will encounter summer-themed Pokemon, while trainers in the Southern Hemisphere will encounter winter-themed Pokemon. More details coming out on June 16th. And then, question mark. That's literally the name of this event. Trainers will be able to sink their 2 front teeth into an unexpected event from Friday, June 25th through Thursday, July 1st. Sink their 2 front teeth. If you were just to say sink their teeth, I would think maybe Mega Sharpedo would be kind of like the star of this. But 2 front teeth, for some reason, Bibarel comes to mind. And I don't know if they're going to really do a whole event around Bibarel. I don't know of any other Pokemon right off the top of my head that could really be worthy here. Maybe you guys can mention down in the comments what you think. But I'm curious, like, this has got to be good, right? It has to be good if they're really keeping it this secretive. All right, that's all the June events. Let's talk about the big one. The big Pokemon Go Fest that people have been waiting for details. Safe to say there's not going to be an in-person event since this all seems to be a digital-only event, which is fine. But the first thing that they wanted to emphasize here is that the ticket for Pokemon Go Fest is going to be just $5. It used to be $14.99. That's how much it was last year, and they started to mention it here. There's like ticket prices will be reduced from $14.99 to $5. Now that also is because it is the 5th anniversary of Pokemon Go, and why not just make it $5 ticket entry fee to celebrate that momentous occasion? So definitely worth it. I don't see why you wouldn't want to pay the $5 to partake in this event. Also here, Google Play is an official sponsor for this event, so there's going to be some specific unique exclusive things to Google users or Android users basically. And let's go ahead through the details here. It's a 2-day event. Day 1, Catch is the theme. On Saturday, July 17th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. local time, all trainers will enjoy the following features regardless of whether they have an event ticket. So this is for everybody. Hourly habitats are back. This year will feature 4 themed habitat hours: jungle, desert mountain, ocean beach, and cave, rotating throughout the event. During each habitat hour, certain Pokemon will be appearing more frequently in the wild. The jungle habitat will feature Pokemon such as Scyther, Apom, Froakie, and more. Froakie is a fan favorite. I think people are going to be happy about that. The Desert Mountain habitat will feature Pokemon such as Skarmory, Shieldon, Hippopotas, and more. I don't know. I don't know which Pokemon of at least those 3 that were mentioned are worth going for. Maybe the Skarmory? Maybe. The Ocean Beach habitat will feature Pokemon such as Dratini, Swablu, Alomomola, and more. Dratini probably being the headliner here. The Cave habitat will feature Pokemon such as Roggenrola, Galarian Stunfisk, Dino, and more. Dino is probably going to be the one that people would definitely want to go for. Raids on Saturday will feature Pokemon such as Hitmontop, Cranidos, and Dino, plus Galarian Ponyta and Galarian Zigzagoon wearing special costumes will be appearing in raids. Pokemon related to music such as Chimecho, Kricketot, Audino, and a special costume Pikachu will be appearing in the wild throughout the day. Get ready for Pokemon Go Fest with a free event shirt avatar item. Shiny Whismur, Chimecho, Audino, and Temple will be making their Pokemon Go debut during the event. And if you're lucky, you may encounter one. Of those 4 Pokemon, I definitely probably want a shiny Chimecho and a shiny Temple. On Saturday, July 17th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. local time, Pokemon Go Fest 2021 ticket holders will be able to enjoy the following features. So this is if you are going to buy a ticket. Pokemon Go Fest 2021 is a music festival, and you're the show director. Help Professor Willow and team leaders put on an incredible concert celebration by choosing between certain Pokemon to join the festivities. Complete this special research for special rewards, including an encounter with a mythical Pokemon, a shirt avatar item, and an exclusive avatar pose. After you complete the special research, take a snapshot for a surprise. Seeing that the entire theme is music, the mythical is most likely going to be Meloetta. Just saying, it's kind of a fair assumption there. Alright, now, Pikachu Rockstar or Pikachu Popstar. Your choice will determine the in-game music that will play for you during the event. The Pokemon music producer Junichi Masuda has produced brand new tracks just for Pokemon Go Fest 2021, including a rock and rolling track for Pikachu Rockstar fans, a high-energy electro pop song for Pikachu Popstar stands, and more. Of the two, who would you pick? I don't know. I think I might go for the Popstar. Like, out of the two, I listen to more pop music than I do rock. So, yeah, I think I'm definitely going to pick the Pikachu Popstar. Alright, now you'll also get to fill out the rest of your musical group. Will you pick Galarian Ponyta or Galarian Zigzagoon? Gardevoir or Flygon? All these Pokemon will be dressed to impress in special event costumes. This has got to be really hard on collectors that don't have multiple phones and multiple accounts, because to make these choices and lose out on the other is already like giving me a lot of anxiety here. Just saying. The Global Challenge Arena is back this year. On Saturday, ticket holders will work together to complete a collaborative challenge each hour. If they complete the challenge in time, they'll earn a bonus for the remainder of the hour. You can check the Today view to keep track of the global progress. You'll be able to complete 4 collection challenges, each themed after a habitat hour. During each habitat hour, certain Pokemon will be attracted to incense. So in Jungle, Unknown F, Unknown G, Ludicolo, Chatot, Leafeon, and Superior. Desert Mountain, Flareon, Unknown F, Unknown G, Tyranitar, Flygon, and Throh. At the Ocean Beach, Gyarados, Vaporeon, Azumarill, Unknown F, Unknown G, and Sock. Cave, Umbreon, Unknown F, Unknown G, Gardevoir, Absol, and Galvantula. During event hours, Pokemon appearing in the wild and attracted to incense will have an increased chance of being shiny. It will be easier to discover shiny Pokemon in the wild and those attracted by incense on Saturday than on Sunday. Shiny Unknown F, Shiny Throh, and Shiny Sock will be making their Pokemon Go debut during the event. A lot of Pokemon are going to appear shiny. This is a great opportunity to add shiny Pokemon to your collection. Alright, that was all the day one stuff. Pretty good. I don't have any complaints about anything. Sounds amazing. Sounds great. Sounds like a lot of fun. Let's move on to day 2. Raid is the theme. On Sunday, July 18th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. local time, all trainers will enjoy the following. Sunday's gameplay will be focused on raids, and some of your favorites will be returning for this epic celebration. Miss any Pokemon on the first day of the event? Don't worry. All Pokemon appearing more frequently in the wild on Saturday will be appearing again on Sunday during event hours. Now that is for non-ticket holders. Now, same time, same day, for ticket holders, enjoy the following. Earn an extra 10,000 XP in raid rewards when you complete a raid battle. Let's pause for a second there. This just gives a huge incentive to do raids. 10,000 XP extra. A legendary raid is already 10,000. You get 12,000 for a legendary raid. That's 22,000 for one raid. Now, assuming that lucky eggs work like they're supposed to, then for one legendary raid with a lucky egg, you get I'm already lost in the math there, 44,000 XP, you can bet that a lot of people are going to be raiding almost nonstop and just racking that XP. I mean, I feel like I'm going to. Like, this is a perfect opportunity for just to kind of stack up on this XP. Hopefully, I'll at least get enough to just get through the level that I'm on right now, which I'm on level 41 heading into 42. I don't know, but I just think that a lot of people are going to be playing on this day. Now, what's also great with that is that you'll get some free raid passes. Spend gym photo discs to earn up to 10 raid passes. Complete time research to earn up to 8 remote raid passes. And then pick up a free event bundle containing 3 remote raid passes. That's 21 raid passes. 21. Let me do some numbers here. Right? 21 legendary raids, we just said, was at 44,000, right? So if I did my math right, that's almost 1 million XP, which doesn't sound a lot, but I'm pretty sure for most people it'll definitely be worth it. Plus, I'm pretty sure they're also not going to stop at just 21. So start saving up your raid passes if you already got some anyway, because they're definitely going to be well worth it when this day comes. Also, all Pokemon attracted to incense from Saturday will be attracted to incense during event hours on Sunday. Alright, now, for both days, all trainers can expect the following. Trainer photos will be featured in the Today View. Share your photos with a hashtag Pokemon Go Fest 2021 for a chance to see them featured during the event. All lore modules activated during event hours will last for 3 hours. Special music created by Pokemon producer Junichi Masuda will be playing in the app throughout the event. Half hatch distance when eggs are placed in an incubator during event hours. Pokemon hatching from 7K eggs include Igglybuff, Chingling, Audino, and more. Event-exclusive field research tasks, special on-map visual effects, and more. And then for both days, ticket holders can expect to open gifts or spend Pokestops to get special event stickers. Take snapshots on both event days for a surprise. Unknown F and Unknown G will be attracted to incense throughout the event, and if you're lucky, you may encounter a shiny one. Now, also, there's the Google Play stuff, which I'm just going to kind of skim through because I don't think I fully understand the main features. That it's called the Google Play Points multiplier. You get 4 times the Google Play Points on all purchases made in Pokemon Go, including tickets. I think that's like its own reward system. Sure. It just says that there are also going to be fun surprises and exclusive perks. Doesn't specify exactly what those are. There is going to be a sponsored gift for Android devices on Saturday, July 17th. Doesn't say what's in there. You got the print-at-home kit that you can print out. That's separate from the Google Play stuff. I think that was it. That's all I mentioned about Google Play. There's also going to be a Pokemon Go Fest t-shirt on PokemonCenter.com. Make sure that you're quick on that because last year most of them sold out. I'm trying to think. And other than that, that's all that's left for you to do is just buy the ticket. $5. $5 for what sounds to be a great experience. They did great with the Kanto Tour. Even Pokemon Go Fest last year was great. What I thought was well worth the $15. And now this is just a $5 event, and it sounds like they're doing the same, if not more. I'm all for it. Definitely go out there and play some Pokemon Go and get your XP. I think that's the big giveaway here. Is just get your XP. Whew, alrighty. That was a lot to take in. That was a lot to get through, but we made it. I've condensed as much as I could. Hopefully this isn't like a 2-hour episode, hour and a half episode. I try to condense it as much as I can for you guys. So there's nothing left to do other than, of course, the Pokedex trivia. I will read to you a Pokedex entry from any of the Pokemon games about a mysterious Pokemon that you have to determine what Pokemon that is. I will not tell you what the Pokedex entry comes from, so what game it came from. But there might be a couple clues that might leave you in the short time frame that you get to kind of lock in your answer. And then I'll reveal what the answer is, and then we'll talk a little bit about any trivia that comes with that Pokemon, of course, from Bulbapedia. I assure you, though, This one is going to be extremely easy for probably most, if not all of you. So here we go. The Pokedex entry. Obviously prefers hot places. When it rains, steam is said to spout from the tip of its tail. I don't know what else you want me to say about this Pokemon, because I think you can pretty much get it from there. Obviously prefers hot places. When it rains, steam is said to spout from the tip of its tail. It's a monotype Pokemon. You get it very early on in any game that it shows up in. Well, except for one. Now that I think about that. I'm trying to think. It's got 2 other stages for its evolution. In its final evolution, it does become a dual type. Trying to think what else you want me to give you here, because I don't see how else you can give any hints towards this Pokemon that's not going to give it away. I think when you first get this Pokemon, the very first time you encounter it, it has Scratch, and I think it's Growl as its second attack. I'm just going to just end it there, because I just feel like you should be able to get it. If not, then what other Pokemon has fire on its tail? It is, of course, number 004, Charmander. Charmander is the Pokemon of this episode. I guess you could think Charmeleon and Charizard, but usually their Pokedex entries are a bit more on the aggressive side. This one, I try to emphasize rain and steam and tip of its tail. I keep thinking about the episode in the anime where Ash finds that stranded Charmander and its tail is about to be put out because of the rain. Charmander has quite a bit of trivia here. Let's go ahead and start going through some of this stuff. I don't know how to pronounce this. Niue, 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 released a $1 coin featuring Charmander as part of a commemorative promotion for the Pokemon franchise, with Charmander on one side and the nation's coat of arms on the other. I am very curious if that is somewhere on eBay and how much it's going for. In Generation 1, on its sprite and first artwork, Charmander's back is depicted as having a small line of spikes. I do vaguely remember this. The spikes were not shown in the sprites and artwork of later generations. Blue's Charmander also had these spikes in the Pokemon Adventures manga, where the spikes were larger and easier to see. The spikes were also seen on Green's Charmander from the Pokemon Pocket Monsters manga. Okay. I do remember the spikes, very, very vaguely though. Charmander has the longest name of all unevolved starter Pokemon. Yeah, that is true. Charmander is the only Fire-type starter Pokemon that is not a member of the Field Egg group. Charmander's always got to be a difficult one. Charmander, Cyndaquil, and their respective evolutionary lines have exactly the same base stats. Okay, fair enough. And Charmander's hand has an inconsistent number of fingers in its design. The original sprites designed by Atsuko Nishida for Pokemon Red and Green featured 3 fingers, while the artwork Ken Sugimura drew based on those sprites had 4 fingers. Currently, the trading card game, anime, artwork unrelated to games and merchandise used the 3-finger hand design, while the 3D models in the artwork based on those, such as the ones made for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, features the 4-fingered hand design. So why can't they keep it consistent? Why can't it just be one or the other? Now it's just going to be is this what's canon, what's lore? I don't know, but there's Charmander for you. I have grown to like Charmander very much in my early Pokemon days. I was always about water types. Blastoise is the best starter, the only starter to exist, so on and so forth. Didn't even care to look up using Bulbasaur, Charmander at all in any way. I can't remember when the exact moment happened, but there was a increase in my interest in Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard as a whole. Me finally kind of saying, they're not bad Pokemon. They're actually pretty cool. But just as a bias, I'm always going to pick Squirtle, Wartortle, and Blastoise over any other starter any day. So, Charmander, pretty cool. Shiny, not that bad. The shiny for Charizard is obviously great. But Charmander does get given out a lot in mystery gifts and just, I think, in-game sometimes from certain people. Charmander is highly popular. People want that Charizard, and I can't blame them. Can't blame them. The Charmander line is okay in my book. All right, that concludes this episode. Sorry for taking so long for it to get it out there. I'm unsure if I'm going to have an episode released this Friday or if I'm just going to wait till next Friday to kind of start going back to that consistency of releasing once a week on a Friday. We'll see what happens, but like I said, I am free finally from work, and it should give me some more time to kind of sort things out. So I appreciate your guys' patience. I appreciate your guys' support listening to all my previous episodes. Just again, looking at those plays that come through, it's just kind of surprising how many people listen to my stuff. And yeah, I just thank you so much for everything. So without further ado, and not making this into a 3-hour tour, I'll see you guys next week so we can continue talking about anything and everything Pokemon.